Welcome to Om Times TV, a division of Om Times Media and Broadcasting. Welcome to Postcards to the Universe with Melissa Caprio. Do you believe in magic? What if you were told that all you had to do was get a little creative and work a magic spell to bring anything you can imagine into your life? Here on Postcards to the Universe, we will share manifesting, tips, postcards, creativity, abundance, and prosperity. Here is your host, Melissa Caprio.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Postcards to the Universe with Melissa, creating the life you crave. How are you guys doing today? Woo, the energy today. I have Celeste Brooks from Astrology by Celeste. She's an astrologer and an intuitive guide, and she's going to join me in just a minute, and we'll talk about this intense energy. Look, I feel like I'm all red. Oh my God. So if you've listened to me for a while, you'll notice that I changed my music. And the reason I changed my music is because I got a alert from YouTube that I couldn't, the old music was like, had a copyright issue, even though I got it, a long time ago, and I thought it was copyright free, but YouTube has its own things. And since we're streaming now live on YouTube, I want to make sure that everything is correct. I tested it. I got the music from YouTube. It's all good so that this show can be seen everywhere and can be shared. And I'm really, really excited. I'm still on Om Times Radio. So if you're listening to me, Om Times Radio, thank you so much for being here. You can find the show on all the podcasting platforms. We put it up after it goes on live. Today is December 17th. So if you're here on that date, you're here live. If you're here listening to a replay, this is when we recorded the show, and I'm super excited about being on Om Times TV now. My producer has been asking me to do this for a while, and I finally said yes, and here we are. If you're new to my show, I want to say welcome. My background is I am an artist. I'm a visual artist. I'm a photographer. I'm an author, and I have a book titled Postcards to the Universe, Harness the Universe's Power and Manifest Your Dreams. And you get behind me, my head, if I move over a little bit. And I have I don't know what's going on. I'm just got cut off. So I don't know why, but it looks like I'm back on air. If I did, sorry about that. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to bring Celeste out now because I don't know what the technical issues are that is happening over here, but welcome, Celeste Brooks. How are you?
Hi, Melissa. There's a hammer of Thor, which is a chart pattern in the sky, and Mercury's holding the handle in Sagittarius, and it keeps knocking you off.
Oh my God. Well, I'm a Gemini, and my Mercury's in Gemini.
So Mercury and Sagittarius opposite you. The trickster is at work, and
that son of a bitch. Stop it.
Please, Mercury, give us a break.
Please.
We have important things to discuss about.
Yes, we do. Oh my God. So really quick, because I wanted to read your little bio, but I really didn't. And I don't want to, go back and touch anything to get knocked off. So share a little bit about you, Celeste, with us.
So I'm Celeste Brooks of Astrology by Celeste. I'm an astrologer, a teacher, a coach, and an intuitive. My background is I have 30 years almost in sales, marketing, and business development experience. And I use the moon cycles to retire early from my corporate career to pursue my passion and my calling as an astrologer. I'm Astrology by Celeste everywhere on the socials. And I have a podcast called the Celestial Insights Podcast, which is here to help you navigate the energies of the week like a boss. I'm a Taurus sun, practical and grounded. Aries moon, I bring a little fun. I'm here to inspire you, and a Cancer rising in a consultative and caring approach.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I know. I found you from Dabney Lawless because you guys collaborate a lot. And I love the way that you, because I know a little bit about astrology and I'm actually thinking of going deep in 2026. Yeah, because I'm getting really interested in it. And you and she and Kathy Beal, who's also on Own Times, you guys really bring.
Yes, we do really bring, and I'm going to tell Melissa that I would like Melissa to start studying astrology in April at the latest because you're a Gemini and Uranus is moving into the sign of Gemini again. Yeah, how interesting. This is a hammer of Thor. It
I
really
am
is.
getting, stop it, Tony. I'm talking to my sister. Help me here, please. Okay. Just give me a break. It's like all of a sudden I'm going and then I see kicked off. So you do the show. So if you see me go, you just keep going.
I'll just keep talking.
So I'm also, I'm a Gemini and a double Leo. I have a Leo rising and a Leo moon, a Leo in the first house. Mm-hmm.
Next year is a big year for you. Learning astrology could be very impactful for you because the South Node, this is mid next year, is moving into the sign of Leo. And it's going to be bringing up all kinds of stuff within you to your conscious attention. And a beautiful year for healing and for understanding yourself. And oh, yes, I love it.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, because for the first time in the last year or so, I've really started to understand the houses and, and all of that kind of stuff. And I know we're going from a 9-year to a 1-year and the numerology. And I've really been like Celeste, like I was saying before I was cut off again. Celeste, you guys really bring it down to earth for those of us who don't understand charts the way that you understand charts, so that we can really kind of get a grasp on what's happening. And I didn't realize how significant the houses were about what sign is in your house. Because, everybody's like, oh, everybody knows their sun sign, but people don't realize that, like, my Mars is in Sagittarius in the 5th house, right? Like, how significant, like, what does that mean, right? So, and now the nodes, I'm learning I have North Node in Pisces, and isn't it, didn't we just have we had our return, right? Didn't we?
Yes, we're having our lunar return.
Right?
Yes, a time to really study more in intuitive art. I like that your sun sign is just a tiny part of your astrology. The big 3 are the sun, moon, and rising sign. You need to know what time and what place you're born in. And you want to know to the exact minute if you can. And I help people with chart rectification. So if you don't know what time you're born, you have to know the date. I can help through events in your life back calculate it. But these are the big 3 of personality. But if you know your rising sign, you know all 12 houses, and they speak to the areas of life. And this is what astrologers use in order to provide you with an astrology reading. And it's very important. All the different houses. Yes.
Yeah, all the different houses. So let's talk about, let's talk a little bit about wrapping up. What would you say 2025? Because I know, and I love what you do. Like, you'll get like a movie or a title or something, and that's like the tagline for the energy, right? So what was 2025 before we start into 2026?
2025 was a year of collapse, basically. Yeah. So many things. One of the biggest things of 2025 that really comes to a crescendo and a new beginning in 2026 is the planet Saturn and Neptune have been moving together. Saturn is structures, authority, discipline, duty, earned success, and Neptune is dissolving. bringing things down. Neptune is illusions and delusions. And as they've been moving together, first in Pisces,
Okay.
and this was bringing in, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac.
Mhm.
It is also illusions, and it's like we're moving kind of, we don't know where we
Yeah.
are, where we're going. Um, the Towering Inferno was a great image of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, right?
What is that movie on a boat? There's a boat. Well,
The
not
Titanic?
not the Titanic. There's another one, but it is not a
Oh, where the boat catches on fire and it sinks? That one?
movie. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
there
what
was,
I'm thinking
yeah.
of. No,
Poseidon
Poseidon
Adventure.
Adventure. We
That's
have
it.
been on the Poseidon Adventure. And
Yes, we
then
have.
Saturn and Neptune moved into Aries, and then all of a
Mhm.
sudden, like, we're done being seasick,
Right.
and we were like, hold up.
Yeah.
This, we need to get some accountability, some justice, some righting of the ship, and
Mhm.
all of this kind of stuff, people finding their courage. But things keep coming down, like
Yeah.
like all kinds of government stuff coming
Yeah.
down in the US,
Yeah.
alliances, everything, and it's destabilizing. But now we're kind of used to it. And I
Yes.
really think you falling off and back on, falling off and
Mhm.
back on is the energy. And we have
Oh,
to figure
interesting.
out, how can we keep moving forward
Mhm.
despite unexpected disruptions? We cannot just let ourselves just fall to pieces. We gotta
Right.
get back up, dust ourselves off. 2026 calls for courage. It's a year of the one. There's new stuff.
Mhm.
Even from the beginning of the year, we start the beginning of the year of Capricorn season.
Okay.
And
Right.
last year, it was like so
Yeah,
destabilizing because
it
Mars was
was.
great. This year, Mars is direct. It's in the sign of Capricorn where it's exalted. The sun is in Capricorn and Venus is in Capricorn, and they're moving together to all meet each other January 6th through 9th. So this
Okay.
is a year to move forward with focus,
Mhm.
passion. Think about what brings you pleasure and how you're going to get there, and resources, and move with purpose into the year.
Mo
Get
Moon
going
with purpose.
is
Uh-huh.
how we want to move. And there'll be wild things happening, but
Oh, sure.
let's I highly recommend. I use the moon cycles to retire from my corporate career for
Mhm.
2026. I'm going to give a boost to
Yes, yes.
my,
No,
I
I want you to
created
share what you want because I love the title. What is it?
the
Feeding of your moon is, I love
I have
that.
2 things. I have
Okay,
the
okay.
proper care and feeding of your moon,
I
which is a
love it.
mini course to help you learn and understand your moon sign, which is what
Mhm.
we need to feel safe,
Yeah.
secure, grounded. It's our habits, it's our default, it's our subconscious mind. You can get that from my website. Go to my shop page, as well as the Lunar Planning Guide for 2026. This will give you information about each of the 12 moon cycles that we're going to be experiencing, and help you
Mhm.
work through them, as well as all of the major transits. And it's only $22 for my lunar planning guide. So I'm really,
Mm.
people use that as something to help you keep an anchor, to help keep
Yeah.
you grounded, because what a year.
What
And
a year.
February 17th, this is every astrologer is like, what's going to happen
I
February?
know. That's my dad's birthday.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
I want you to
Yeah.
tell your dad to just be really mindful of that day, what's going
Mhm.
on within him. Um, and it's important because the sun and the moon are meeting at a solar eclipse at 28 degrees of Aquarius, square Uranus in Taurus. So there can be unexpected things that are happening, awakening.
Mm.
He might get like an insight about something about himself, his
Yeah.
family, that just comes into his conscious attention. I want him to write it down so he doesn't forget it, because sometimes
Okay.
with Uranian
Yeah.
things, they can
Yeah.
come in and go out.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, my dad's he's in his early 80s now, so I don't even know. I
Be
should,
careful
yeah.
in
Mhm.
the bathroom. Tell
Okay.
him to be
I will.
extremely careful getting in and
Okay.
out of the tub
Okay. Good.
shower.
They have a walk-in shower, so that's good.
I don't care if it's
Yeah,
walking. Be
and they have the
really careful.
handles. I'll tell them, Dad, be extra careful. We don't need anything happening on your birthday. So what is the planets are doing what on the 17th? That's good because
The
obviously this is
sun
for
and the
all of us.
moon are coming
Uh-huh.
together for a new moon in
An
Aquarius,
in
but
Aquarius.
it's the solar eclipse, so it's like an amplified,
Oh, it's a solar
intense
eclipse.
new moon.
Mhm.
Aquarius rules groups,
Yep.
technology, ankles, the circulatory
Ankles.
system.
Yes.
There's gonna be
Interesting.
probably, if you have anything with heart or stuff, be very mindful about what's going
Okay.
on around that time. And if you're worried about someone, just take them to the hospital, is what I would say, because
Wow.
this squaring Uranus, bringing in unexpected things, and Uranus is in Taurus. So
Okay.
there could be things about, resources, values, money. There could be
Okay.
some unexpected shift, or like
Yeah.
announcements about
Right.
reserves are going to be in
Right.
crypto
Well,
coin or
yeah,
some
and that wouldn't, I swear to God, like you said, so destabilizing. And obviously today the energy is destabilizing because I keep getting thrown off, but just, it's been so destabilizing. So you're right. Like almost on some level, because when they come out with something new, you're just like, oh, it's just another day here in America, like it's unbelievable. Like I feel like I'm watching, I'm a big Stranger Things fan. Like I feel like we're having our own version of the Upside Down right now. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. Yes. I have not watched that whole show, but we do feel like we're in the upside down. And that
Mm-hmm.
is Uranus. And
Okay.
the United States has a president who has Uranus in the sign of Gemini in
Yep.
his 10th house of
Right.
career. And
Okay.
that's the herky jerky, the
Mm-hmm.
one day this, one day that. Gemini is mutable,
Yep.
which is flexible and changeable. So we are in the upside down. He doesn't know what he's going to do tomorrow. How would
No.
we know what he's going to do
Right.
tomorrow?
Right. It's
So,
true.
and we have to keep moving forward despite what is going on outside of
Despite.
ourselves.
Right.
Now, Pluto's in Aquarius. Now there's some collective themes
Right.
facing the us that we have no control over. It's
Mm-hmm.
outside of our conscious attention, like our ability to control, because there's massive changes. It's like
And that's the collective, right?
that's the
Aquarius is
collective
all the people, correct? If I'm getting it right. So Pluto is the disruptor. Is Pluto a disruptor planet?
destroyer.
Destroyer. Okay.
Pluto's a destroyer. Uranus is more of the disruptor.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Pluto burns things down to the studs in order to
Or
be
built
rebuilt.
up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Now, is
the group
anything in retrograde right now?
right now, the only things in retrograde as we start the year are Uranus
Okay.
and Jupiter. But
Mhm.
on like January 2nd, Chiron, which some people don't pay attention to Chiron.
Ninth
Chiron's in
house.
Aries,
And mine's in Aries in the ninth house. So I'm also
and it's
having a
going
Chiron return.
direct on the 2nd or 3rd of January.
Mm-hmm.
So it's stationing. And that means 5 days before and after there can be intensity. And Chiron and Aries can be
Mm,
unexpected. People are in a survival mode. This
yeah.
could be because there's like a volcanic eruption, because there's some kind of somebody's
Mhm.
out there, like happened last January, trying to cause mayhem. So
Mm,
just be
yeah.
mindful of your safety if you're going out New Year's Eve, is what I would
Yeah.
say. Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's going to be mischief makers trying to cause
Right.
upset.
Yeah. So I've heard from you guys, you and others talking that what is it? Neptune and what's the other one? Saturn
Saturn
are
and
at 0
Neptune,
degrees on
February
Aries.
20th, that is the towering inferno and the
Okay.
imagery. That's the tower card where you
Okay.
see something coming down.
Mhm.
What is it going to be? Is it going to be like Saturn rules in the United States, our second house of resources and wealth
Resources.
and
Mhm.
values, and our third house of information, news media,
Interesting.
the post office. It could be just be like the post office is
Yeah.
doing
Right.
something. Yeah. But it's starting a new 36-year cycle. There'll be
Okay.
something on the day, whether it gets mass attention. I think it will get a lot of attention because the eclipse is right there.
Oh,
But
right. It's 3 days before. Yeah.
between
Mhm.
February 17th and March 3rd, there's a lot going on. That's March 3rd is the lunar eclipse. February 17th is the solar eclipse. So,
Wow.
and then the Saturn Neptune conjunction happens in between the two. So yeah, it could be literal structures. You may be watching a literal
The
structure come
structures come
down,
down.
or it could be
Wow.
virtual things like, oh, the reserves in Bitcoin or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. So,
Something,
yeah, do
or
you go no, I want to hear the or what?
the Aquarius, the solar eclipse in Aquarius rules groups like parliaments
Hmm.
and Congress. There
Interesting.
could be some unexpected flip ups with that.
Mm.
Coming up, like,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with that. This eclipse is opposite the president's ascendant.
Okay.
So he could be facing off with an open enemy
Yeah.
around that time, and it could be Congress against
Interesting.
him, putting limits on his actions or that. And yeah, I'm getting
Wow.
currency. It could also be there's supposed to be bad flus and stuff, health
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
There is images of somewhere around the world, people may be in a lockdown kind of
Again?
situation.
You
There
see, you
might
think
be
that might be, and that would be because of what? Like what in
health,
what?
like
No,
some
in the sixth house, but what planets would make you think there may be like another lockdown with health?
Aquarius rules the collective, and
Okay, I
it's an
see.
air sign.
Got it.
Air and
Lungs, breathe,
yeah,
sharing.
and
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I got it.
maybe because of, like, I don't wanna scare people, but
No.
I've been thinking like a volcano. This happened like in 2010, I
Mm-hmm.
was, where there was a volcano in Iceland went off, and
Yep.
flights from Europe to the United States were
Right.
grounded because
Got
of
it.
visibility. So there may
Right.
be air visibility
Ability.
problems
There may
that
be
impact
problems.
aviation, and which also
Right.
is Aquarius,
Well,
meaning
nobody wants to come here from Europe anyway, so I don't.
well, you know what? They want people's DNA. That's
No,
Aquarius.
I didn't hear the DNA one. I
They
heard the
want
5
people's
years.
DNA. The same document apparently that says they want 5 years of your social media history. There's also a desire. Now, this has to get through Congress
Yes, of
to
course.
have people's DNA,
No, that's
their
crazy.
their phone numbers of their parents, or I mean, it's just
I
unbelievable
No,
what
it's
they're
crazy. Yeah,
asking because
yeah,
they do not want people coming from out of the country here. And
yeah.
Saturn, Neptune, and Aries, they have a desire to make this a Christian nationalist country.
Mhm.
Like, Neptune is belief systems, Saturn is the authority at zero Aries. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Now, how
mhm.
with Pluto in Aquarius and the people, and then it being in this, and then this in Aries, like what would be like okay, that's what they want. We know what they want. Most of us don't want that. Most of
Yes.
us, right? Most of the world doesn't want that. So, what would that look like in the astrology of the resistance to that?
Well, the resistance is the people. The North Node is going, well, there's several things that are
Okay,
gonna
go
happen.
ahead.
So,
I love
oh, and
listening to
someone said
this.
right before the Olympics and the World Cup.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think we're having the Olympics
I don't either.
and I've been saying this
Yeah,
since
I know. I've
spring.
heard you
I don't
say
think
it.
we're
No,
having
I
the
don't think
Olympics.
it's
The
happening either.
World Cup, they're on their knees. They gave
Yeah,
the president a FIFA.
I know.
I mean, you
I
can't
know.
make this nonsense up.
I
It is
know.
just absolute insanity what's
It's
going
true.
on.
It's
We are
true.
watching the most ridiculous,
Yeah.
but the
That's why I
greatest
said it's like the
movie
upside
ever.
down. I'm watching the upside down. That's what I feel like. I'm like, we're living Stranger Things.
We
Yeah.
are,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna get stranger.
Oh,
Now,
great.
in June 19th,
My
Chiron,
birthday.
the
My
wounded
birthday.
healer. Okay. Chiron, the wounded healer, moves into the sign of Taurus. 0
Okay.
degrees of Taurus. So right before that, when it's at 29 degrees of Aries and then
Mhm.
moving to 0 degrees of Taurus, there's going to be big
Shifts.
stuff happening, big
Mm.
shifts. They may be financial, Chiron
Okay.
and Taurus. That's another date to be
Mhm.
really prepared around the end of June because that happens. And Taurus rules resources, values, as
Mhm.
well as it's the bull. So
Right.
I've been wondering, really pay attention to beef, like what's happening with the cattle
Mm.
in
Oh,
in
interesting.
Mexico. There's got
Yeah.
screwworm disease. They're trying to counter it with sterile flies. But
Oh,
oh my
that's
God, I
interesting.
hope this is not what happens.
No,
That there's some kind
I
of
know.
weird
So, well,
thing
no, I
with
know.
the flies.
But see, the thing that I've realized, and I know you talk about it, is all of the stuff that has been hidden that we haven't been aware of is hitting us at a rate of unbelievable speed. And the only way that we can build the world that we want in the collective consciousness is for everything to be exposed. Things have to crumble, and then things can be rebuilt. So we're in the crumbling, and which I probably is the hardest part, I would think, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes. The crumbling
Yeah.
is the hardest part because what we knew before
Is
is
not
no longer. And
right.
Jupiter's the planet of expansion, is in the sign of Cancer right now.
Hmm.
There is nostalgia for what there used to
Yes.
be. There is a desire for emotional closeness,
Hmm.
connection, and we're getting used to this. Jupiter moves into Leo, a fire sign. This is good for you.
Yeah.
And June 29th, 30th.
Okay.
And Leo is the sign of royalty as well.
Yeah.
It's the heart. There's
Yeah.
an expansion of courage, leadership, a desire for a desire for pleasure and a desire for entertainment. And the first thing Jupiter does when it moves in, okay, the first thing Jupiter does after it moves into the sign of Leo is it squares Chiron.
Oh my God.
So
Okay.
this is an intense square off. I think that's going to be something financial. Jupiter rules wealth. It could
Oh,
also
wow.
be some royalty around the world, the big story about royalty or a celebrity kind of
Okay.
thing could be
Okay.
happening right around that time.
Oh
But
my.
that's a transit to look forward to for
Okay.
your Leo moon, your Leo rising. It's expansive,
Mhm.
it's abundant, it is generous, and it is lucky.
Oh,
These
okay. Well, that's good. So what we're going to do is I didn't get a chance to tell you because today's been crazy, but we do take a little commercial break. So let's take it now. I'm going to click off and then I'm going to try signing in on a different browser and see if that stops kicking me off. All right. So stay tuned, everybody. We're going to take our commercial break here. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Om Times TV, a division of Om Times Media and Broadcasting.
Do you have a dream that feels just out of reach? What if you could send a message to the universe and watch it come true? Hi, I'm Melissa Caprio, creator of the Postcards to the Universe project. For years, people from all over the world have sent me their dreams on a simple postcard, and I've seen incredible things happen. Postcards to the Universe, harness the universe's power, and manifest your dreams, gives you the tools to create a life you love. Learn how to turn your biggest desires into a clear, powerful message the universe can hear. It's time to stop waiting and start creating. Discover your power to bring your dreams to life. This isn't just a book, it's an experience. Discover your purpose, unlock your potential, and manifest your wildest dreams. Find Postcards to the Universe by me, Melissa Caprio, wherever books are sold. Get your copy today. Start writing your story, one postcard at a time.
Imagine becoming a super influencer. Reinvent yourself, invest in your brand, and then manifest your success with a robust spheric approach. Om Times Media and Broadcasting offers a unique and multifaceted way to become the spiritual and conscious influencer you deserve to be by putting your message across our powerful platform with its proven record of integrity and excellence. Through our produced shows, Om Times offers the opportunity to become a social media TV personality, a radio show host, an Om Times magazine columnist, and a syndicated podcaster, all in one shot. By live streaming your show on Om Times TV and broadcasting it across the extensive Om Times radio and TV networks, you become more than a host. You become an ambassador and a force for positive change. Om Times. Open yourself to the possibilities.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes.
Okay, welcome back. So I switched browsers during the break. So let's see if that helps. For some reason, I keep getting kicked off my own show. I don't know. Maybe Celeste is supposed to run it.
I think we're giving people an example of how to manage through 2026 when things go unexpected, awry. You just get back on that horse and just keep going.
You have to, because we're live, right? Like if we were doing a pre-record and this kept happening, we could say, oh, maybe today we'll just do it. But when you're live, you got to just keep going. And that's life, right? Like you can't just, life doesn't get to go like, okay, well, I didn't like that. I'm going to rewind. I wish, but it doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And with Saturn going into Aries, the sign of its fall, it's like things can feel like they go really off kilter bigly if you don't have your plan and all the pieces of the puzzle together. So it's not a year to just start winging it. It's a year to kind of think about what you want to do, give yourself extra time, build in extra time. And what is it? It says now Google.
Oh no, that's me to Chris. He goes, what browser are you on? So we're talking backstage as you're telling us that. She's like, what? Google? What happened with Google?
Yeah. So I pulled 3 cards for next year.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So I pulled floods, heavy rain. This is a big story that's going on right now.
Okay.
Part of Pluto and Aquarius, I know we don't want to be a downer, but a big part of it is the weather.
Right.
People are experiencing massive change because of weather. Like right now in Washington State, there's a levee that broke.
Oh,
in
really?
Gaza, people are being inundated with rain. I mean, it's unbelievable. The second card, and this could be emotional.
Okay.
Neptune governs the stuff. And before Neptune is in 29 Pisces from now.
And that's a critical or crisis degree, which
it's a crisis decay. So we're going to continue to see lots of rain places. That's really impactful.
Okay.
Banking currency. So this is why I'm talking about this Bitcoin mess. And, I'm also very concerned because this president is so chaotic.
Yeah.
Other countries, the Leo type figure in his rising is 29 Leo is not Pluto's opposite Leo.
Okay.
So the power is coming in from outside of that.
Right. Okay.
And his herky-jerky ways is bricks or something going to unpeg from the dollar
right
this year. That could be when Chiron goes into Taurus. Are
other countries going to call in the debt? Like they could call in the debt. Yeah.
Calling in the debt, selling bonds. I mean, we are in a time where there can be massive change. Really, community focus is really important for people. And then fake news. One of the things I got last year was the War of the Worlds. And this was a radio teleplay by
Orson Welles, right?
H.G. Wells wrote it, but Orson Welles
performed it or something.
In the 40s or something? I can't remember the year. He got on the radio and just started reading from it.
Yeah.
And people thought we were really having an alien attack.
I know.
And started freaking out and like panicking. So be careful what you're reading and seeing. It may not be real. You may
Okay.
like, it may seem real,
Right.
but it may not be real. So just keep that in mind before you freak out.
Did you see, and I want to tell you the name of it when you said that, and I sent it to my sister. So it's called Disclosure Day that Steven Spielberg is coming out with in June in
No.
2026. Watch the trailer for that. It's
Okay.
about that you just said. I just got goosebumps about, what's going on from the sky, and it looks like it's going to be amazing. And I saw the trailer last night, and it's like what's real and what's fake. And it is, Steven Spielberg has a thing with the aliens, obviously, from all his movies, right? We know this.
EP.
So this is about us awakening to life beyond just us, which I thought was really interesting.
And next year, especially if you have anything at 4 degrees of the signs, there's going to
Mhm.
be Uranus in Gemini, and Uranus rules aliens and stuff. Pluto in Aquarius,
Wow.
both 4 degrees. Do, 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 do.
I love it.
Sextile Neptune in Aries at 4 degrees, making what's called a mini grand trine,
Okay.
a talent trine, a cosmic wedge in the sky.
So do you have like a theme, like January is going to be, I don't know, emotional, February is going to be this, March, look out for this, like a word that we could
Ooh,
associate with the month?
I need to do that. I'm gonna just do it real quick with
Okay.
cards.
Yeah, do it with the cards. So let's just get an idea, because I know we're talking about change is scary anyway, but I'm excited about 2026.
Me too.
I don't think it's going to be, I think that we are going to be surprised at how people rise up
Mhm.
and
The
meet what, that where people are awakening. We needed this for people to awaken. So I know that it's scary, but I don't look at it as the apocalypse, that it's boom, doom and gloom and we're going to be destroyed. I'm like, no, this is an opportunity for some major things that we
the
really
people
want.
shall rise. It's
Yep.
liberation.
Yeah. So
The
I know
theme
it's
is
scary.
liberation.
So I don't want people to think we're like talking like doom and all that stuff. There's a lot to look forward to. And I'm a big proponent. That's what Postcards is about creating our own reality. How we are in our own frequency mirrors back to us what comes into our physical life. So if you're thinking everything is a tragedy and destruction and terrible, you're going to see more of that. If you're looking at things in more of a lighter way, and love and like friendship and relationships and happiness, and that's what's going to be directed back to you no matter what's going on out there, right? That's how I practice my life.
I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. There's a lot of exciting things.
Yeah.
Jupiter and Leo is going to be great. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the North Node goes into Aquarius.
Okay,
July 26th. So
Okay,
the
July
people shall
26th.
rise. Okay, let's do January.
Okay, what do we
I
got?
pulled the card Harmony.
Harmony. Oh, I
Dolphin.
like that.
This is water. So think
Can you see
about
the dolphin behind
harmonizing.
me? Can you see the dolphin behind me?
Oh my God, I love it. Okay. So
Mhm.
let's do that. So think
Okay.
about that with January.
Okay.
How can you bring more harmony into your life? Venus gets a reset. Venus meets the sun. It's called
Okay.
Venus Cazimi. That's January, right around January 6th, 7th, around then.
Okay. Okay,
So
good.
think about that. For
like that.
February, this is past lives. This is the
You got that the other day, didn't
yes, the moon with the salamander. Look at all the people in
I
there.
see
That's
that.
the Aquarius solar eclipse. So
Interesting. Okay.
yeah, there's going to be something that's really impactful for large groups of people. This
In
gives me
February.
themes of there are people of all different nationalities and things like
Mhm.
that. So we know the United States is
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to what it's trying to do.
Yeah,
But
we-
anyway, this could be like
It's
brick.
not going to work. Just anybody who's thinking that it is. It's not.
I don't think
worry.
it's going to work
not.
at all.
No matter
These-
what they try, it ain't going to work.
The United States is a Sagittarius rising, Aquarius moon. We are freedom-loving people.
Yeah.
If you think you're going to take all our rights away and do all this kind of mess, It's going
We
to fail.
couldn't get people to come. I'm in Florida, and Florida literally was closed down for 3 months. They were like, "No, sorry, we're going to the beach. We don't care. It's COVID. It doesn't matter. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?"
Yes. March breakthrough. There's a lunar
Ooh.
eclipse on March 3rd. So what are we breaking through? This could be the internet having a lot of problems or something. Like so
Okay.
much is held by these few
Yeah,
companies. There could
I
be
know.
a problem. So keep
I
that in
know.
mind.
Okay.
March, especially around March 3rd. And then we have Mercury is retrograde 3 times next year in the
Okay.
water signs.
In the
So
water signs. Interesting.
yeah,
Okay.
if you get my guide, it tells you each the dates
Yeah.
for that. So the lunar planning guide for
Okay.
2026.
Yeah.
I
No,
won't
I
read
love
it.
doing stuff, and I just have been intuitively doing things for the moon that I didn't know that I was doing, Celeste. Like I
Oh,
noticed that like when I'll do certain candle gazing or like if I'm writing manifestations, see they seem to fall like under certain energies of the moon. So I find that really interesting. Without knowing it, I was intuiting it. Mhm.
yeah. I love that. The moon is so
I
powerful.
know. I know.
Working with the moon, the moon phases are when the sun and the moon come together and make hard aspects with each other. And the
Mm,
sun is the conscious mind, the moon is the subconscious mind. The sun rules the people, the sun rules the leader, the moon rules the people. So important. We're
so
having
important. Yeah.
yeah. There's a new moon on Friday when the
Mhm.
Epstein files are supposed to be
I
coming
know.
out.
We'll see. We'll see.
Mhm.
What does that say? Does that say
The
the
source.
love?
This is April, the
Okay.
source. There is so many planets in Aries in
I
April.
know. I saw that.
There is, I mean, I think governments should be making sure people are clearing their brush and stuff for
Mhm.
fire prevention. This feels a lot, and this looks like an eye. Aries
Mhm.
rules the eyes. What are we gonna be
Okay.
seeing? There may be big
Interesting.
stories with fire
Okay.
again.
Oh God, I know.
Yeah, that's gonna be, I mean, there's so much in fire. The
I
fire is
know.
gonna be a
And
big story.
I have to say, and I'm blessed, but this hurricane season that we had, we got very lucky. I
Mm,
expected, being in Florida, we got super lucky in 2025 with all the thing in water, so much water, and you know how that is. I mean, South Florida, so.
yes.
Mhm.
Yes, you missed, the hurricane so far, thank
Yeah,
goodness.
thank God. Yeah.
Okay, so May, clinging to the past. This
Interesting.
makes me think of Cancer season. It's Taurus season in May, ruled by
Mhm.
Venus.
Okay.
This is an art piece. I see it as an art piece, so there may be big stories about art around this
Mhm.
time. Jupiter is still in the sign of Cancer. That
Okay.
could be, them trying to shenanigans around
Yeah. Sure.
stuff. It'll be interesting to see what happens in May.
Yeah.
Um,
So we got June, the energy of June. What does that say?
Intensity.
Great.
Intensity. June is intense.
Okay.
Chiron moves in to the sign of Taurus. This could be stuff gets real, like fighting,
Mm,
injuries. Yeah, this could
okay.
be, especially if you are Taurus, Leo,
Right.
Aquarius, or Scorpio, born right around the beginning of the sign. Pay
Okay.
attention to what
Like
goes
if
on.
you mean the early degrees when you say the
Early
beginning of
degrees.
the sign. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So people
Mhm.
who look at that and go, what do those numbers mean? That's what she means.
Yeah.
The numbers are the degrees the planet was at when you were born. Right.
Mhm.
Mm,
So for Taurus, that would be around April 19th through
mm,
22nd.
okay.
Think about it for those other sides. Okay. For Leo, around July 20th through 23rd.
Okay.
October 23rd-ish, 20th to 23rd for
Okay.
Scorpio, and for Aquarius, February of those.
Okay.
Uh, wait,
Those
no,
numbers. Okay.
actually
Yeah.
January of those dates.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why taking certain courses, like your courses, that are simple to understand, really help you understand your own chart a little bit better. And when things are happening, and you're like, why is this happening, man? And then you could go to your chart and you could be like, oh, I see, because I have this hard aspect here in this house of family or this house of finances or health or whatever. It really does help you understand yourself, your personality traits, and what's the transits that are happening and what they really mean. You know, when people are like, oh, you know, I'm a Gemini, my mom's a Gemini, my nephew's a Gemini, my brother-in-law's a Gemini, my first boyfriend was a Gemini, my ex-husband was a Gemini. Like, I am Gemini. We are all so different because of all the other aspects to our chart.
Absolutely. July, letting go. This is when Saturn stations retrograde on the same day the nodes switch into so think about what you need to let go of before the nodes change signs. So that's a big, and there's water there. So as the north node moves to 0 degrees of Pisces, there could be a lot of water, wet stuff happening.
Yeah.
And that which impacts lots of people, because then the north node moves into Aquarius. There could literally be floods or something like that.
Well, that is the rainy season down here. So we get, you know, those are our daily, without even this regular hurricanes, just daily thunderstorms, lots of rain, lots of dumping, lots of flooding, you know. Yeah, we get that a lot.
There's going to be a lot of wet weather places right at the end of July. So if you're going on vacation, then bring an umbrella. August, I got aloneness, which is interesting. This is the Hermit card.
Okay.
And look at that. Look at that. It's the South Node moves into Leo.
Okay.
And we have a solar eclipse in Leo on August 12th. That's Leo. And then there's a lunar eclipse in Pisces on August 28th.
So maybe that is, a lot of us are going to go within and like maybe kind of do some reflecting, or like the energy, because that is interesting. Aloneness in August.
Yeah.
August is the end of the summer. I mean, I know it's not official. It's really goes through September, but back to school, kids go back to school. You feel like fall is starting, even though it doesn't really start until September, 21st, I think. Yeah. So, but it has that feel, you know, I don't know. So
that's really interesting, because the eclipse is in Leo and Pisces. That's really,
I guess, you know what? Something will come to you. You'll get a reflection and you'll say, you know, I was doing the show and this came out for August, and now I know why aloneness came out, the Hermit. Some insight will come down the path for you.
Absolutely. Let me just look at just quickly the transits. What else is happening? Chiron stations retrograde. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Mars goes into Cancer as well.
Okay, interesting.
So
is that considered a progressed chart when you're saying what the signs are going?
You know what I'm? Okay, can I just?
Wow.
Oh wait.
What? What?
This could be an old man going home.
It could be.
Yeah. We'll see. Anyway, let's move to September.
Okay, let's move to September.
Comparison.
Okay.
Yeah. This card is the 5 of Swords in the regular tarot.
Okay. Yeah.
I also think a lot of conflict could be coming related to the midterms. Okay. When we have the midterms, both Venus and Mercury are going to be retrograde.
Oh,
and so there could be, like, the lead up to the midterms, there's going to be a lot of tension,
that's interesting. Mercury is going to be in retrograde during the midterms. Oh boy.
Which brings delays, conflicts, disagreements, and they both station direct on November 13th, which is after the election. Now, Mercury will station direct in Scorpio, Venus in Libra, at home.
Libra's the scales, justice, and everything. So, yeah.
So I think there will be attempts to do all kinds of stuff
of course,
to the election. But my hope is that It's
I
that
hope
expensive
it's too
stuff.
big that it doesn't even
It's too
matter. That
big
what they
to
try, that doesn't. Yeah, go ahead
too
and
big
try. Like
to
it's not going to
too
make
big
a
to
difference. Yeah,
manipulate. Yeah,
yeah,
that's my
too big
hope.
to manipulate.
Okay.
So what do
And
we have?
then where are we now?
October, November, and December. Yeah,
Okay,
right.
so October, that
No,
was
wait, you did the Oh no, wait,
I
I'm
did
confused.
September, and I talked about November and
Okay.
September. Oh my God. October,
Okay.
slowing down.
Okay.
What is slowing down in October? There's a
Okay.
turtle here, Turtle Island. There was something recently about this Turtle Island
I don't think I heard that one.
left-wing group. They got arrested, a bunch of people who are planning to do something on New Year's Eve.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
I don't know, the Turtle Island people. And this is when we're slowing down because Mercury and Venus are gonna be going retrograde in October.
Mm,
Let me give you the date.
okay. So, and then we have November and December. So we already know Mercury is going back direct. You said 2 days or three
Okay,
days after the
Mercury,
election. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm,
Mercury, okay, Venus stations retrograde October 3rd
mhm.
in Scorpio. So
Okay.
relationships are gonna be under pressure. It's in the
Okay.
sign of its detriment, as far away from
Okay.
home as it can be.
Okay.
Mercury
That's
goes
what in its detriment means, as far away
mhm.
from home as it can be.
It's
Just
like a
thought it was
man
deep.
it's like a man cast out of his estate.
Okay.
Person cast out of their
Okay.
estate.
Yeah. Interesting.
October 24th is a Mercury retrograde. Okay, let's do November's card. What is November's card?
What is November and
This
December?
is the
And then
election, November.
well, everybody I've listened to says that even though what does that say? Oh, consciousness. Oh, I
Consciousness,
like that. That's a
Buddha.
good card. That's a good card.
I think this is a good card for November. Absolutely. That's the third eye is lit up.
Yeah, like that.
The third eye is lit up. Ooh, I hope that's not that's a
She's like, I hope that's
I
not. I
always
don't know.
this is like someone getting something to the
Yeah,
forehead.
yeah,
So
no.
let's not think
If
about
they're
that.
even there in November, if I don't even think they will be.
I don't
Okay.
think so either. It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
It's our eye is open.
I think
The
our eye
third
is
eye is
opening.
open. Okay, flowering December.
Oh, that's nice. I like the eye opening and then flowering, ending the
Okay,
year.
I
I like
like this.
that.
I open so
Yeah.
we all don't know whether or not the United States is going to withstand this intensive
Right.
attack against everything. But
Right.
November will know consciousness and flowering. I like it.
Flowering.
I
I
like
like
it.
it too. So Celeste, we only have a couple of minutes. Tell people how if they want to take what you have for them in 2026 and how they can, find you and listen to you because she gives a lot of content. You can go to Astrology by Celeste on YouTube and there's always a new video, which I love.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm Astrology by Celeste everywhere. I do a weekly show on Wednesdays on Instagram, but I cross posted to YouTube. My podcast available wherever you listen is the Celestial Insights podcast. My
Mhm.
website is astrologybyceleste.com. Get on my mailing list. I'll be
Yeah.
teaching classes next year. Get my lunar planning guide for $22 to help
Yeah.
you move through the year with intention. And the proper care and feeding of the moon is also there as well. But yeah,
I
I do
love that
personal readings.
title.
Come get a personal reading so I can help you
Yes.
prepare based on your personal chart for
Right. Yeah,
2026.
because we all handle things differently, right? And it has so much to do with, where certain planets fall in our chart and why we have these kind of like why can somebody handle a lot of stress and somebody falls apart when you give them two things to do at once, And that has a lot to do with what's going on, where you were born and what planet is in what house at that time. So you need guidance. That's who you want to go to, right? Because you're also an intuitive coach. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, which is really so. If you had to give 2026 a movie title, Celeste, what would you give it? Because I know you do that. I hear you guys do that. Like
yeah.
I know you're projecting, so it may change, but just as of right now, if you could think of anything.
I'm getting Star Wars. May the Force be with you. The liberation. Like we're fighting the liberation. Yeah.
Yeah, the liberation.
Power to the people. That's what I'm going to call it.
Power to the people.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Not going to
Yeah.
be easy,
No.
but if you move forward the year with courage, conviction,
Yeah.
have hope, keep hope
Yeah.
alive. No, the arc of justice bends, the arc of the universe bends towards justice. I refuse
does.
to believe otherwise.
It does. And there's this whole thing, and we didn't even get a chance to talk about it, about the Pluto. Is it Pluto out in the orbit out of bounds in the
Yeah,
south?
Pluto's
And
out
what
of bounds.
happens
So
when
people
that?
are rising. We're seeing it.
Yes.
Nepal, is it Budapest? Or not Budapest?
What?
Hungary may take
Yeah.
that guy out.
Yep.
Watch. That
Oh
could
my
be
God.
February 20th.
Wow. No, it's interesting, and everything crumbles. And so that's the energy we're in. So have faith, everybody. Thank you, Celeste. It was such a pleasure. And thank you for dealing with all the whatever was going on today. I
No
appreciate
problem.
it.
It was a demonstration about how to move through the year when unexpected disruptions, there'll be many, come up.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God. It was so fun finally getting to meet you now. So now when you see my comments, because I have two YouTubes, this one for my shows and then my personal that I follow everybody and leave all my comments, you'll be like, oh, there she is. Hi, Melissa. How are you?
I love
All right. I know.
Thank
All
you
right.
for having me. I had so much fun talking
good.
to you.
I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to Postcards to the Universe with Melissa, creating the life you crave. And I'm wishing everyone a wonderful week filled with joy, abundance, and love. Peace. Bye, everybody.